Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 1.6 EX diesel. This particular car's covered 79,000 miles, benefits from a full Honda history, finished in twilight blue, gorgeous colour, with the ivory leather interior, which is a lovely combination. Car is in absolutely superb condition. Facelift model, as you can see here, which the 1.6 all are. So you get the new style front end, which looks brilliant on the car. Lights and lenses are clear, intact without any cracks or condensation. Bonnet, and I apologise, it's just starting to spit with rain, which is always the way, but it is virtually unmarked. I can hardly see a stone chip anywhere on there. Near side, lovely and smooth in the panels, no indentations. Near side front alloy, one takes all of the bashing, you can't see a mark on there. Looking down the remaining panels, absolutely lovely. It's going to be a little bit quicker than normal just because I just don't want to get the car covered in rain. Near side rear alloy, again completely unmarked. Bumper corners, lovely and clean. And then you get the refreshed rear end on the car with the chrome kick trim in the middle of it, and the lower silver trim as well. Offside of the car, again as with the near side, absolutely indentation free, and kept very, very well indeed. Offside rear, couldn't think of the word then for a second. Unmarked again, and the remaining panel works absolutely beautiful. It really is. I mean, it's one of the keenest priced ones out there, but not because it's scruffy or not been well looked after. Quite the opposite. It's sort of the best of all worlds. Let's go into the back of the car now. Obviously, electric tailgate, all functioning. They always are, really. Back of the car, you've got an enormous boot, and CR-Vs, which are normally very heavily used as family cars, show lots of marks, but this has been treated very gently indeed. It's coming into the back. You've got enormous amounts of legroom, it's almost limousine-like in the back. I'm not cheating, so those front seats are set for me, and I'm over 6 foot tall. The leatherwork, this ivory leatherwork, which the camera can make a little bit odd in colour. Again, it's just been kept absolutely beautifully, and this is where the kids sit, and they can be often very, very heavily used. Not this one. It's coming in the front on the passenger side. Again, all wonderfully clean and tidy. Passenger seat been given absolutely minimal use. It's finally coming in on the driver's side. Door card, spotless. Likewise, footwell area is lovely and clean. The driver's seat itself, one that should show plenty of wear, shows absolutely nothing really. So inside now, engine is running, as is always the case when I do these videos. So the dash can be seen illuminated. Dashboard looks pretty much as new. Sat nav, as you can see, working absolutely perfectly. If I pop the car into reverse, that lovely clear gridded parking camera, which you can configure in a variety of ways. But so it's been kept wonderfully, wonderfully well. And up to the dash binnacle, hopefully you can see 79,272 miles, and the only warning light on is for low fuel, which obviously drop of fuel, I'll soon sort that out, but it is in beautiful, beautiful condition in here. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V. It's a 1.6 EX diesel. Manual, as you can see, registered LN15ONO, and with a mileage of 79,265 recorded. The reason we do all of our videos, and actually especially this road test section, is to ensure that if anyone's online looking at any of our cars, they actually get to see them in operation. We, like many people, have been to see lots of cars, and like too many people, we've got there to find out that there's a fundamental issue with them which we'd much rather known about, which would show up on a test drive. So that's why we do it. Also done on these very quiet country roads, very close to our premises. This actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on. So the theory or thinking behind it is that it should be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you be offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car, benefits from a lovely service history, serviced all the way through by Honda, right up to the service we've just done. It wasn't actually due a service yet, but we like to make sure everything's good before the car leaves. and it feels very, very well looked after in every way. It's as tight as a drum. Engine push button start on the top of the range cars, starts absolutely instantly and settles to a smooth, even idle. Aside from a low fuel light, there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. And temperature gauge is running. Actually, it's not recording yet because I try and do where I can the videos from cold, as in this case. So I'll let you know what the temperature is a bit later on. The reason for that is basically because some faults can manifest themselves at different engine temperatures. So as I said, when I can and where I can, I try and do that. The engines themselves are absolutely fantastic units. It's 160 horsepower, twin turbo, pulls incredibly well. That is pretty quick for this type of car, but it's got a very broad band of power as well. So it's a flexible unit. On the move, particularly at cruise, very quiet and subdued. Only obviously a diesel at kind of low revs and low gears, which, as I always say, even a Honda can't engineer that out of a car. It's impossible. But yeah, great engines, and with a reputation for being very, very reliable and long lasting. Engine then feeds through clutch into gearbox. Clutch on the cars, it's smooth and silent in operation. Bites exactly where it's meant to, so all good. Gearbox in the car has always been a strong point of the CR-Vs because it's a brilliant gear change, and it would sit in any of Honda's cars very well indeed. Too many SUVs or manufacturers seem to think that you can get away with giving them a gear change like a commercial van. This is the opposite. It's very sporty, it's short and throw, it's got a lovely precision to it and weighting to it as well. It's beautifully done, and that feels exactly as it would have done when it was new as well. It's incredibly tight. Steering on the car again, Honda know this market so well. It's the best selling SUV in the world, and the reason being is that it's incredibly car-like to drive. Steering is part of that, as is the chassis. Steering is really nicely weighted, makes the car feel very kind of almost heavy on the road in a nice way. It's not lightweight and darting about. You feel as though the steering is, you can point it goes exactly where you want, minimal movement of the steering wheel, but it feels sat solidly on the road. It also tracks dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit, and it again feels incredibly tight on the road. Suspension of the car, what I'm listening out for on road test, by the way, there's a particularly nasty bump that van's just gone over, and I'm about to. There, it's really horrible. Just listening out for any kind of clonks or rattles coming from underneath the vehicle. It shouldn't be there, and there's absolutely nothing at all. It's as solid as a rock. The chassis also gives you generally a very comfortable, compliant ride. It's very, they've got to strike some sort of balance between allowing not too much motion through the corners, and they're brilliant at that. You don't get a lot of that with the CR-Vs, so because comfort's very subjective. Some people like a very pillowy ride, which is great if you're just going in a straight line. Not so great when you've got to throw a few corners into the mix. And this strikes a brilliant balance, absolutely brilliant. It flows the corners really, really well without being sporting in any way. It's not meant to be, but along this sort of road surface, it absorbs imperfections very, very, very well indeed, I have to say. Just going to get up here and then get up to a bit of speed and give the brakes a bit of a thump, which I know are very good indeed, but just for demonstration purposes, I will. So just go up to speed, hold on to my things, make sure they're flying forward, and brake nice and hard, and the brakes are absolutely perfect. It's got a lovely, solid, powerful brake pedal. There's no pulsing or vibrations coming back through the pedal at all. It's all in very, very, very fine order indeed. Finally, coming inside, I've got a CRV, my wife's got a CRV, that's all we have, so it's a bit of a busman's holiday. I love them because you've got a brilliant driving position, fantastic visibility, a beautifully built interior, absolutely stunningly well made. These EXs get these lovely big glass panoramic roofs, so you've got a lot of natural light coming into the car. And then this car also benefits from having this lovely ivory leather interior, which I adore. It's tastefully done, it's not garish at all. The advantages are obvious. It's, on dark, dull, grim days, it just adds a lot of brightness to the interior of the car, rather than being, mine's got a black interior, which I still like, far from it. It's not that I don't like them, I do, but I just prefer this. But it's also on those raging hot days, it doesn't generate that kind of heat. You don't burn the back of your legs when you get into them. There's so many advantages, and keeping them clean is really easy, by the way. Just remember two things: wet wipes and a dry cloth. Just keep them in there, so if you spill something, wet wipe it off, but then dry it off with a cloth, and that's how easy it is to keep them really nice. Other things coming inside, dashboard, very, very highly equipped. The EX got a lot of spec on it, all working perfectly, but all very, very simple to use and operate. Generally speaking, if you've got a CRV, after 2 or 3 days, you've pretty much mastered it. You've got this lovely big sat-nav system, all working exactly as it should. Down below that, dual zone climate control system, which gives you the option of having different temperatures side to side, and that blows out lovely cold air, by the way. As is always the case with the Hondas, you've got every switch has a beautifully damped precision to it. They are brilliantly put together and engineered. Heated seats again, working exactly as they should. Dash binnacle, just simple, easily legible dials, which you can just take the information in. It's not overdone, which I really like. Temperature gauge now up to operating temperature, running at a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be. Nice small diameter steering wheel, leather bound, feels really good in hand, and just shows no wear at all. All functions again working exactly as they should. This is a 4-wheel drive version of the CRV. As I always say, there's no buttons to press on a CRV. It does it all for you. Honda are way ahead of the game with this. They worked out that most of their customers would be doing as I am today, driving in perfectly good conditions where you don't need 4-wheel drive on. Problem with having permanent 4-wheel drive is that you're going to get through your tyres more quickly. You're going to use more fuel, and it will put more mechanical stress through the car. This basically works via the traction control system. If the front wheels, because it runs in front wheel drive pretty much the whole time, if the front wheel starts to lose grip on mud, snow or ice, it instantly and seamlessly brings in the rear wheels to give you 4-wheel drive. It's absolutely brilliant, and its simplicity gives it its reliability. Nearly 30 years of selling Hondas now, which have used this system and never has put a span on any of them in that regard. As I said at the start, point, it's only brief, just to show the car operating. It drives absolutely perfectly. You can see why these are so sought after. It's a very high quality car. Any questions? Don't hesitate, do give us a call.